Bobbi Pritt. Welcome to the Valder Beebe Show today. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am so fine. I want my audience to know I'll be speaking with Dr. Bobbi Pritt. She's the chair of the College of American Pathologists Council on Science Affairs. And she wants to tell us about protecting yourself from disease-carrying insects and birds. Ooh, my goodness. That sounds serious, Dr. Pritt.
It very well could be. And so let's talk a little bit about carrying insects and birds. For the insects, we're talking mostly mosquitoes. Of course, there are also other arthropods such as ticks that transmit Lyme disease. Mosquitoes are important because they transmit West Nile virus, which can be deadly, although thankfully rarely so. And then when we think about birds, we're talking about highly pathogenic avian influenza, or otherwise known as bird flu. It's a natural thing circulating in the wild, but we're seeing very large outbreaks in poultry and dairy cattle. And so there are humans at risk, and humans have been getting infected with this virus.
Okay, these things are a part of our environment. If you live in Texas, you know about mosquitoes. Okay?
Yes.
So how do we avoid these things?
Well, let's talk about mosquitoes first, because it is a very important issue in Texas, and West Nile virus is circulating in Texas among the mosquitoes. So you want to prevent mosquito bites. First, avoiding being outdoors in the times when they're really active, dawn and dusk, if possible. Granted, we want to be outside in our beautiful fall weather. So if you do go outside, then just take some simple preventative measures, wearing an insect repellent, ideally one that has 30% DEET, and wearing clothing to cover up your exposed skin. And then, of course, when you come inside, if you're also worried about ticks, you want to do a quick tick check and remove those ticks right away. Simple preventative measures. Now, for bird flu, it's actually a little easier unless you happen to be a poultry or dairy worker, in which case you may be exposed to infected animals. But that's the preventative measure for bird flu, is staying away from infected animals.
What happens if you do become ill?
Yeah, if you do become ill and have symptoms such as fever and chills, extreme body aches and headache, you want to go to your healthcare provider right away. Your healthcare provider can order tests such as those that are overseen by my laboratory as a pathologist, so that you can get the answer of what you have and receive appropriate treatment. And it's really important to mention any potential exposures you've had. For example, if you've been outdoors a lot and have been getting bitten by mosquitoes, you want to mention that so that your physicians have that in their differential when they're thinking about what might be causing your symptoms.
Dr. Pritt, my audience is made up of 1.5 million people that either watch or listen or hear me on certain platforms. So we're going to do a social media call, and the poster would like to know that she or he takes their children to feed the ducks. Is this a situation that they need to avoid?
You're probably fine with just feeding the ducks, but it is important to avoid a lot of close contact with the ducks themselves. If the ducks are eating out of the children's hands, you want to make sure you're washing your hands carefully. It's probably actually better not to have that direct contact with the ducks, to be honest, especially during this time that we're seeing this large circulation of avian influenza.
Dr. Pritt, this is very eye-opening. Where do we find out more information?
This is a great question. There's a lot of misinformation out there, so you want to go to trusted sources. Two that I highly recommend are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention at cdc.gov, and one from the College of American Pathologists called yourpathologist.org. They both have a lot of great material that you can trust.
Dr. Bobbi Pritt, thank you so very much for being so smart and articulate about what we need to know. I really appreciate you, and have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebe Show. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to youtube.com/ValderBeebe Show and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.